My name is Barry Auchettl, and my intent today is to not only identify 10 of the biggest blocks that I can see around this quantum leap to prosperity, we're actually going to also clear those blocks with you today. These programs operate beyond time and space. In other words, if you go back and listen to the replay, you'll get even further clearings associated with that. Or for those people listening for the first time and you're on the replay, you don't miss out. We've had people make massive shifts listening to the replay of all the classes which are on the Vision School. And there'll be an opportunity as well to book in for a 20-minute session if you haven't done so to work out your vibration and frequency. We'll tell you what that is later on. And if you want one of those sessions, all you need to do in the chat room is put your name, your email, and where you're from, including your time zone. So if you're in New York, just put down Eastern time, because we've got mentors here from New Zealand, Australia, and America who will be checking in and making sure that you'll get looked after with that extra session attached to that. And the results from having done some work like we're doing today is we're able to go with the flow of life more. Life is still going to happen. You're still going to have people are going to die, we're going to lose jobs and all these things, and the next door neighbour's going to have a fight, and we're just going to go with the flow more. We'll just deal with it easier. And we're then able to connect to others at the same level here today. We're also going to create an inner change of actually finding out who you really are. I'm really looking forward to this. And to achieve your soul's purpose in this lifetime. You don't have to wait and say, oh, well, I'll do it next lifetime. And I want to start, the first thing I guess about living your life's purpose, and feel free to raise your hand now if clarity of purpose is actually an issue for you. In other words, I'm not really too sure what I am meant to be doing. If anyone's here and they're not too sure what they're meant to be doing, just raise your hand for a moment and we'll have a look at that. And Michael, you put your hand up straight away, so we're going to come to you.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
I just want to share with you, we've got a statement here. Tell us about your life's purpose. So you've got CPA, so you're an accountant, but you feel like there's something more. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, tell us what that looks like for you.
I had the pleasure of working with a coach who just radiated energy and conviction, and I asked her why or how she's able to speak for days at a time with such energy, and she said it just comes down to one thing: I'm living my life's purpose.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a very interesting answer.
Yeah.
And since energy is an issue that I've struggled with from time to time, I thought it'd be useful, perhaps getting clarity on that myself would help me with my energy as well.
Okay, yep, definitely. And I've got a statement here for you. The way I'm going to do this, I've got these statements I'm going to get people to say, and I'm going to muscle test. I'm going to be muscle testing everything. And if it's a stress, then we'll have to use this light body alignment to actually clear it. So Michael, can you say for me, please, every step I take is clear and intentional towards my ultimate goals.
Every step I take is clear and intentional towards achieving my ultimate goals.
Actually, I quite like the word achieving. I'm happy for that to stay there. All right, good. All right. Tell me about that for yourself.
As in, how did that
Well, tell me
sound to me?
what steps you, what is your passion? What would you really love to do?
Ironically, given both my parents were teachers, and I said that's the last thing I would do. I think being a teacher is something I actually want to do because I don't like people living in ignorance
Yeah,
when I can take that away for them.
yeah. And when I say I left teaching, I was just ready to leave school kids. I've been working with adults now ever since, so I still haven't stopped teaching. And I think education is the key factor to create change on the planet, is the number one thing. And I really want to encourage you to look at that and take some steps. And when I test that for you, it's coming up as a stress, and not just for him, but for others in the room. So if you're feeling like I can relate to that as well, then we're going to clear that for you as well. And it's like, even if you're doing something, it's like, what's the next level? There's always what's the next level that you can go to. So what I like about this is every step I take, in other words, even if you just take one step towards it and see what happens. So Michael, what's one step that you can actually do towards that?
I could spend some time just, in a quiet moment trying to think about what my life purpose truly is.
Okay. And I think one of the things we do in the life vision mentoring class, the very first thing we do is clarify people's life's purpose. And a lot of people say, oh, you already know that. But there are three levels that we qualify for. One is like a spiritual level. What, if you're sitting on a cloud and you're going to come to Earth, why are you going to come? What's the purpose of being here in the first place? And that won't change, by the way. Like, it might be about raising your consciousness. It might be about being a light to others. And we've really got to own that. And everything I do is now geared towards that state, that part. This is why I've come here. The rest of it is just a distraction. The second thing we do in life vision mentoring when we do that is we then say, what's the how in terms of the emotion? In other words, I can do that by being abundant. I can do that by showing empathy. I can do that by teaching. So this is the being compartment. And then through helping others for financial abundance or something, whatever it is. So you end up with an overall statement that is like a grand plan of why you're here, not just a sort of a glossy, here's the statement and off you go. And Michael, what would happen if you actually had that clear plan of what that would look like?
I would be able to accomplish things more easily because I know I'm moving in the right direction. There wouldn't be any doubt or hesitation.
Yeah, awesome. Really good point. Wanda, can we just bring you on for a second?
Yes. Hi,
Like,
Barry.
how are you? Could you just say for me, every step I take is a clear and intentional, whatever the word was, achieve
Okay.
towards achieving my ultimate goals.
Every step I take is clear and intentional towards my
Achieving
ultimate
my
goal,
ultimate goals.
towards achieving my ultimate goals.
Yeah. Okay. What is your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is to unite people um, and build community uh, using the energy of love.
Okay, awesome. I love what you're saying. It is all coming up as a stress though, so I actually know that that's what you want to do,
Yes.
right? It feels like when's it going to happen? I've been doing all this work, when's it going to happen? Do you get that?
Yes, indeed, indeed,
All
because
right.
that's exactly where I'm at.
All right. So let's clear this for you because you've had this for a long time. Let's go clear this for everyone here. So for those who haven't seen this, we're just going to clear. You might just tune in and just notice any energy fields that are going on. And the story comes up around this. And the story, by the way, for both of you is you're making up this yourself. You're making up all this stuff. You can't blame anyone else. Because you're making up all these stories about why you can't do it. So why don't I get to say that statement again, please? Every step I take is clear and intentional towards achieving my ultimate goals.
Every step I take is clear and intentional towards achieving my ultimate goals.
Awesome. How's that feel?
Good.
Awesome. Michael, can I get you to say that as well? Well done. Well done. That's excellent.
Thank you.
Every step I take is clear and intentional toward achieving my ultimate goals.
Okay. How's that feel now?
Better.
Yeah. That's all we're after is banter at this stage. All right? Because you've had a whole lifetime of going against it. And just remember, the temptation is to go back into the old patterns. You've got to choose not to do that. I can clear the energy of it. I can't clear you going back to your old story. All right, well done.